what's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How y'all doing today? How am I doing? Oh, I feel spectacular. I'm having a pretty good day. Weather's nice and stuff like that. Anyway, this is an XJW video, so you know what to do anytime you see an XJW video. You hit the like button and you leave a comment so the YouTube algorithm can show it to as many people as possible. Come on, let's get the word out. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. You sing like a flamingo flies. Now, most people don't know that flamingos are notoriously horrible flyers, but so they'll they'll hear that and they'll take it as a compliment. But yeah, your voice is terrible. But anyway, subscribe. Yeah, so today I want to talk to you guys about all the lawsuits around the world involving the Jehovah Witness organization. I mean, literally around the world. And it's funny because the Jehovah Witnesses really like to stick out their chest and talk about how they're around the globe. Everywhere you see the sun touches, you know that the Jehovah Witnesses are there. Anyway, in all those places where they have multiple lawsuits in all of those countries. Just think about that for a second. Around the world, around the globe, something that they celebrate, right? The fact that they are so far-reaching. They are also having all these lawsuits and things that they're fighting against. Let's just put it in perspective. Imagine if you were dating somebody and you're like, hey, what do you spend so much time doing? You don't seem to have a job. What are you doing all this time? Well, you see, I'm involved in fighting multiple allegations of covering up assaults on kids and, people dying on the operating room table. Yeah, little stuff like that. I spend a lot of time fighting those accusations. Would you continue a relationship with that person? How about this? What if they told you, yeah, actually I'm not doing anything like that, and I need you to do zero research into what I am actually doing? Would you stay in that relationship? Would you? I don't think I would. Now, then again, I don't know. I'm really desperate. I'm a desperate guy. You give me attention, I'll do whatever it takes. Cover up whatever you need to. I love you. I'm not that desperate. But no, seriously. They have multiple allegations all around the globe of them doing all these horrible things. So you say to yourself, maybe I should do a little research. Maybe I should fire up the old computer thingamajig. And you know what? I'm not going to look at YouTube. No, I'm not going to look at personal references and personal people just talking about it and getting it off their chest and telling you what exactly happened to them. No, I'm going to go to actual court and legal proceedings and see what they're doing. See what's actually being filed. Yeah, do that. See exactly what's going on. Don't take my word for it, because I'm just a lying, stupid apostate. Right? Just go to any unbiased court proceeding in the world that you can look up and see what the Jehovah's Witnesses are fighting in court. Now, some people, which is funny, they don't even know that the Jehovah's Witnesses are fighting all these lawsuits and all these claims of human rights violations and all these other things around the globe. They're just like, that's just Satan taking advantage of them. Because this is the thing. It can't be both things, okay? They don't lose every single case they bring up. They don't. Unfortunately, they should, but they don't. Some things that they're deemed legal to do, They're deemed legal to be able to, advise their members to perish refusing blood. That's completely 100% legal. They are 100% within their rights to, this is funny to me. They're 100% in their rights to influence all type of young kids and young people to, at some point in their life, if need be, either they'll have to cut off or they may have to be cut off by their loved ones. And that is completely okay. Yeah, you may get kicked out the house when you're 16 or 18 years old, but legally, it's okay. You can do that legally. Just think about that type of stuff. Just think about it, because a lot of stuff that I realize, especially from all these court proceedings and crazy stuff like that, is that a lot of people around the globe find it okay that these things are happening. You know what I mean? It's almost like a, hey, it ain't happening to me type of thing. So why am I going to trip and worry about it? You know? Like, yeah, it's bad. Stuff is bad out here. Bad things happen to good people. But guess what? I'm a good person, and it's not happening to me, so I'm not going to trip about it. You know, that's the horrible thinking that I have a problem with personally. And I think everybody should technically have a problem with that line of thinking, because what it is selfish and it's horrible, and people will and continue to, you know, be hurt by it. This is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people seeing all the stuff that's going on in the world, and instead of like really thinking about it, they kind of push it to the side, you know? And especially if you're inside the organization. What I did a lot inside the organization is see something wrong and then try to find a way and reason why it's not wrong. I know I'm not the only one that did that, right? Like, I remember seeing people like, I want to leave this organization. And then they'll be like, well, you know, if you leave, you'll lose contact with all your family and friends and everybody. But if you still want to go, that's up to you, you know. That's you leaving them. Well, I'm just sitting there like, well, actually, they didn't say they want to break up with their family and friends. They say they want to break up with the organization. You see, the same way when somebody could possibly say, hey, I want to worship Jehovah. I just don't want to be a part of this organization to do it. I want to be with my family and friends, but I don't want to be a part of this organization in order to do it. I have yet to see a scripture that says you need to be a Jehovah Witness in order to continue and maintain a relationship with your family and friends. I haven't seen that yet. But somehow it's completely legal to do that. It is horrible. It is horrible. It is a loophole that needs to be closed, but it's completely legal. But the point is this. You really need to look at those court cases. If you decide to do it, look at what they're fighting for or what they're fighting to do. Really. Like, I really want you to pay attention to that. Because right here, I'm telling you that it's bad and whatnot. But if you just take a second and you look for yourself, and then tell me whether or not they're on the right or the wrong side of the law. You know what I mean? Like, okay, there's somebody who could live or they could die, whether or not they get a blood transfusion. The Jehovah's Witnesses are in court battling for them to die. How is that the good side of the picture? It's not. Or how about this? Something bad happens to a kid, right? They're assaulted by somebody in the congregation. The Jehovah's Witnesses, you think, would be on the side of the kid, right? Making sure that the kid is all right, making sure that, they're taken care of. No. They're in court fighting for their right to let that happen again and again and again and again. and yes, that is horrible. Let's try to clean it up, because this is the time where Jehovah's Witnesses are trying to find it out in their mind. They're trying to find out why it's not bad, Like, first off, it's not their job to report it to the police. It's the parents' job. The parents can do it anytime they want to. It's up to the parents to... That's gaslighting. You want to know why it's gaslighting? Let me tell you why. Every single day you're a Jehovah's Witness, one of the major things you are taught not to do, not to ever do, is to bring reproach on Jehovah's name. Now, calling the police on your spiritual brother, does that bring reproach on Jehovah's name? Have you been taught that brings reproach on Jehovah's name? Tell me the truth. Don't act like I'm just sitting here making stuff up and I'm being dishonest. Because I'll tell you, from personal experience, from a lot of people, like, I know a person right now who was attacked when they were young, never reported it to the police, reported it to the brothers, who somehow didn't find a second witness, and they never reported it to any law enforcement. But they reported it, and they never reported it to the police. Why didn't they report it to the police? Because they didn't want to bring reproach on Jehovah's name. You see, this is what that's called. That's called a setup. You thought I was going to say something great and really smart. No, it's a setup. They set you up for that. They know that the parents aren't going to call the police. They already just argued that it's not their job to call the police. So if they know the parents aren't going to do it, and if they can establish that it's not their job to do it, then the police never get called, and victims have to sit in silence, as they have been doing for a very, very long time. They got it all set up, and it works out, and it works perfectly. Now, that's why you need to ask the right questions to them while they're in court, and you need to make sure that what they're saying it makes sense, because if you're not listening really, like if you're not really paying attention to what they're saying, it could seem almost as if they're right or they're correct, because they speak very politely in court. They're very respectful, and they're very nice, and it's kind, and it just literally it just like, it makes you feel like we're just trying our best here. We're just trying to run a good, clean religion. I'm like, shoot, I wish y'all sounded like that inside of my judicial committee. They didn't sound like that at all. They like, Jay, you're slapping cheeks. Give us about 5 minutes to pray on this matter. And they pray and I get kicked out. Well, I got put on proof. Only got this one time. But the point is this. This is not just some friendly, loving, kind religion. This is a cult. And people get hurt, and people are being hurt, and it's going on every day, and it will continue to go on. And you need to look at these court cases if you don't believe me. Because I don't file any court cases. And if I did, the spelling would be wrong. I'd put apostrophes and emojis all through that da-da-dang, you know, it's kind of meanie. And people would not take me serious. So just know those not me filing those court cases. Those are actual real lawyers and real judges and people and juries and stuff actually battling these, cult members. Anyway, it's your boy, Jay the Comedian. I hope y'all having a great day. I'm having a great day. Holla Chiguala. Deuces.